Is it me, or am I the only one that's irked by even how Antonio Brown looks? I am mad that my girl Keyshia Cole is going out like this. She deserves better and can do better.
Met Saint Queddick, man, the girl was heaven sent. Met Saint Queddick, man, the girl was heaven sent.
So this is an unpopular opinion about the Keyshia Cole, Antonio Brown situation. But I just want to say, I feel like Antonio Brown did not embarrass Keyshia Cole. And here is why. Well, first off, like I said in the intro, like, the way that he looks irks me. Like, to me, it seemed like something's not right with him mentally. So I feel like she could just take this dub, this L, and just move on. Because, like, look at him. It's just something about him that just screams, like, gives me weirdo vibes, you know? And I feel like also she shouldn't feel embarrassed because it's obvious that she did actually have feelings for this guy. She probably really loved him, cared for him, whatever you want to call it. So I feel like being in love and loving somebody is very courageous. And sometimes, like, you go in there hoping for the best, but sometimes your feelings, like the person's feelings, may not be reciprocated to you. And I feel like that may have happened in this situation. So that's why I feel like she shouldn't feel embarrassed. She shouldn't feel any type of way, especially if she was genuine. It's not her fault that, like, she just used her genuineness on the wrong person, basically on a bum. What they call them is like wealthy dusties, like those grown boys. They may have money or whatever, but they still dusty. Their mentality is still off. So that's why I'm going to give Keyshia Cole a pass. And also, I hear people talking about, like, she should evolve, she should know better, she's been through all these different relationships. But really, remember, I think it was either Oprah or Iyanla Vanzant who said, like, sometimes you're stuck at the age where the first traumatic event happened to you. So just because she aged in years does not mean that she aged in mentality. So maybe she is convinced that she gets the bad boy to act right. And that's the thing. I feel like a lot of women do that. A lot of women get that wrong. They feel like that they can love a man down and love the bad boy and he'll change. You know, if I could just sacrifice myself, if I could just walk over coals of fire to show my love, if I could just put this car in my name for him, if I can just hold this for him and so he don't get caught up with like stuff like that. I think women get it mistaken and realize, like, a man is not going to do right by you until you do right by yourself. And you have to, I feel like the man is automatically going to change when you inspire that in him. You don't have to work your finger to the bone. He will get right because you are just like, if you're on your ground, if you're that girl, if you're like his dream girl in his mind, he's going to automatically get right. You know, he could have been talking to a bunch of girls, but then he going to cut them off because he feels like you're the one. Like, you don't have to prove anything. You are the muse. You inspire the inspiration. That's what poetry and romance and all that stuff was for the woman. But somehow, and the women that inspired that stuff was just being them. You know, they wasn't being all thirsty and desperate. They just, like, walked in love and carried themselves in grace and finesse and beauty and all that great stuff, you know? Like a flower, when we draw flowers and a beautiful sunset, that stuff isn't doing anything, but the beauty of it, the awe-inspiringness of it just makes us, like, want to write a poem, make a song about the blue skies because it's just so beautiful and it's so, whew. So that's how you have to be as a woman, okay? So there's no amount of submissiveness and putting stuff in your name for him that's going to, like, make a bad boy right. Like, he has to do that on his own. It's something in him that has to change. So that's what I wanted to say also. But honestly, I also feel like the love that Keyshia Cole is looking for when she's going from man to man is something that needs to be cultivated within herself. Because that is really the flex right there. When you love yourself, your standards automatically go up. Because it's almost like, I'm not going to allow anybody to treat me worse or treat me a certain type of way when I'm up here and I know who I am. I'm a great person, a great friend. I care for the homeless, the needy. You know what I mean? Like, whatever it is you may do, I feel like I heard that somewhere. A lot of times we always go to our negatives, the stuff, our flaws, but we need to spend a little bit more extra time on our accomplishments, on the things that we do right, on the efforts that we do show to others. Like, you are worthy of love, but we just have to, like, love ourselves first, and then you will match somebody or you will accept somebody that's loving you in the same way. and it won't be no cap. It won't be no red flags, because I really feel like with this man, Antonio Brown, before Keyshia Cole just went on the deep end, it probably was red flags that she overlooked. I do feel like her experience probably should have taught her something. You know what I mean? Like, she should be able to pick up red flags on the way. But like usually, we just be like, no red flags look a little yellow, then they turn to green. We feel like, this is just where relationships go through. This is just how men are. No, it's not. We need to be accepting the best treatment because we deserve the best, And I also feel like I learned that some people, although we want Keyshia Cole to do better, she has to want to do better for herself. And then I heard that sometimes we date at the level of our self-esteem. So if somebody's self-esteem ain't high, it's nothing that you could do. And it doesn't matter how she looks on the outside, how beautiful she is, how great her career is. That is not going to get her feet to walking and going for the prize when it comes down to love or to men, or finding or being with men that actually respect her and love her. Because again, she has to love and respect herself, and she has to start doing more things for herself. Like, just even it could be as deep as like rewiring her childhood, speaking to herself as she wished like her parents would have spoke to her, things like that. Like, sometimes we have to reparent ourselves, and that's how we know that we are worthy, because a lot of times low self-esteem does come from like not having parents there, to love on you and appreciate you growing up. So yes, that's how come I wanted to take a different approach on this situation. And I don't want to say Keyshia embarrassed herself. It may seem embarrassing, but there's still lessons to be learned in this situation, in every storm. And maybe if this is embarrassing to her, because we could feel embarrassed, but that don't mean she feel embarrassed. But if this is embarrassing to her, she may make a change. Sometimes it takes that. Sometimes it takes people to like hit rock bottom to really start doing better, or just really make a change. So this could be Keyshia's wake up call. So yes, y'all, I just really want Keyshia Cole to take the time out to love herself, because again, like I said, I feel like that's always the key. That's step one, numero uno, to getting what you want out of life, and also the love that you really deserve out of life. Because I realized when I became the love I was searching for, my standards automatically went up. The things I used to tolerate, I don't tolerate those things no more. You will be surprised. Like, Quetta is snapping necks and cashing checks and going for what she wants. And I just want that for Keyshia Cole. Like, even when I look back at the older version of myself, like the things that I used to tolerate, I knew it wasn't right. I knew it wasn't right. But I didn't love myself enough to like cut it at the core, cut it at the head. Like, I kind of stayed longer than I should have. But going forward, like, if it don't feel right, if it don't agree with me spiritually, internally, if somebody's messing with my self-esteem or trying to mess with my self-esteem, I call that out and I'm walking. Like, I want to be around people that love me and have genuine love and concern for me. Like, it's not like I can't be corrected or anything like that, but like, you gonna do it in love, you gonna say it in love, it's gonna sound like love, and it's gonna feel like love. So that's where I'm at with my situation. I just want Keyshia to get to that point too, and not to say that she's not there, but it's not looking like it. But who am I to judge? But another thing I wanted to say, I feel like this situation isn't as embarrassing to me, in my opinion, as her dating that young guy. Like, I did not know he was 14 years younger than her. Now, that is embarrassing. Like, she actually dated him and had a baby with him. Like, come on now, Keyshia. Now, that's embarrassing. Because it's making me think, like, she's not even trying to open up her options. I'm pretty sure some music producer, some video director, somebody more on her level that she could actually grow with and that would want to be with her, but not nobody 14 years younger than her. She needs somebody that has experienced life like her to complement her in life. Like, somebody that's 14 years younger, don't even know. Yeah, no. She needs somebody that experienced stuff. And not to say that guy didn't, but come on now. Like, he needs to at least live as much life as her in years, I feel like. Forget experiences, but in years. And hopefully he was bringing the same amount of resources and assets to the table as she. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't, but I don't know for sure. But nevertheless, let me know what you guys think. Like I said, I feel like my take is a little unpopular one, because I really feel like he didn't embarrass her. It seemed like she really liked him, and she's sitting up there getting that man's name tattooed on him. But I do notice a pattern, and I feel like she will do better once she realizes like the love that she's looking for is right already within her. It ain't gonna come from a man. Like, he will only complement it or enhance it, but it already has to be there for you. So That's all I have to say, y'all. Other than that, I will talk to you guys again soon. This is your girl, Sinquetta. Peace out.